Good morning, Rise. All right, today's workout is going to be 2 separate rounds that we're going to do 3 times each. Each round has 4 exercises in it, and I will introduce those before we begin. Right now, we're going to start with our warm-up. Each exercise or each warm-up exercise is going to be 30 seconds long, and I'll give alternatives for lower impact exercises. In about 10 seconds, we're going to start with our jumping jacks. Instead of a jump, you can just do a side-to-side tap. If your shoulders bother you, you're welcome to keep your hands here and just jump. And go. I'm sorry, 20 seconds. I think I might have said 30 seconds. 20 seconds for all these. Make sure your feet are evenly placed on the floor as you're jumping. Don't allow your ankles to roll out. Think about evenly distributing your weight. Done, and then we're gonna go right to high knees. Again, no jump. Just looks like this, or you can do it with low impact. Keep breathing. 3, 2, done. And then we're gonna go right into our butt kicks. Again, if you want to do this with no impact, you're just gonna alternate. That does help to lengthen everything in the front of your legs, so it's totally okay if you're not jumping. Keep your arms moving. Keep your pelvis neutral. Done. Then we're going to go to Frankenstein's. Nice slow breath. Make sure your spine remains neutral. And then we're going to go right into knee grabs. Again, don't allow your back to round. Keep your chest tall. After this, we're going to go to the floor. Done. And then we're going to go to our figure 4 stretches. This one we're going to do for 30 seconds each. So you're going to lay back, cross your ankle over your knee. This might be enough of a stretch for you, if so you can stay here. Just make sure you're thinking about how your knee feels and where it's positioned. Otherwise, you're going to grab in between your legs, pull into your body, make sure you're rotating externally through your hip and not your knee. And we're going to continue holding that. Nice deep breaths. Nice and open. We're going to do about 10 more seconds and then we'll switch sides. Breathe through that diaphragm, not just your chest. And switch sides. Cross over, externally rotate through that hip. Pull into you if you can. You can also use a wall for lower impact. Keep breathing. Keep that hip nice and open. And slowly release. Then we're going to curl over to our side. Hands, palms touching each other, and you're going to do an upper spinal floor twist. So we're going to rotate open. We're going to hold for a slow 5 count. And close. And then open again. And close. Open a 3rd time, and close. 2 more, open, and close, and last one, open, and close. Good, and then we're going to switch sides. Open, and close, open, and close, open, and close, open, close, open one more time, and close. Awesome. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to introduce our next round of things for you. I need to grab a chair, so I shall return in just one moment. Okay, so for this one we need a light pair of dumbbells and then 1 or 2 heavier dumbbells if you have them. Our first round, I'm going to introduce the 4 exercises before we do them this time. You're going to do a squat, no weight. You can add a weight to make it more difficult. The modification to make it easier is going to be to squat to a chair. And I'll alternate which variation I'm doing depending on the round. And then we're going to do lateral raises, just like this with light pair of dumbbells. And then if for the modification for these to make them easier or to work with an injury is to bend your elbows, just like that. And then for your third movement, it's going to be Romanian deadlift. So you're going to keep your dumbbells really nice and close to your legs, squeeze your shoulder blades together and down, and you're going to focus on pushing your butt back. It does not matter how low you go. It matters more that you're pushing your butt back and keeping a nice neutral spine. The modifications for those would be to just do a shorter range of motion. So some people's hamstrings are just too tight. And then we're going to do rear delt flies as our final movement. So we're going to bend over with a neutral spine. Knees are bent. Dumbbells are out in front. Open, close. Elbows are also slightly bent. The closer you are to your legs, the more we're getting upper back. And we're not trying to do that. We're trying to get the back of your shoulder. So I want your dumbbells out a little ways from your body. The variation for that one is going to be rows, like this. So that's going to do it for our first 4 exercises. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Work at your own pace. I'm going to try to work at a pretty medium level pace. If it's too easy for you, you're certainly welcome to add reps to make it more difficult. And same thing if it's too hard, just lighten the load a little bit by doing a few less reps. So we're going to go ahead and start first off with our body weight and or goblet squats or chair squats for the modification. 10 reps, go. Remember, ground down through the 3 points of your feet. Hinge at your hips, bend your knees. Keep that pelvis nice and neutral. Pretty sure I've lost the counting already, but I'm going to try. That's 10. And then we're going to go to our lateral raises with a bent elbow for modification. 10 reps. Again, you can add reps if this is too easy. And that's 10. And then we're going to go to Romanian deadlifts, 15 reps. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down. Lats nice and tight. Push your butt back and come back up. 15 reps. This is the one where you're going to want to use a heavier dumbbell. I just neglected to grab them. Really squeeze your glutes at the top without hyperextending. So what I mean by hyperextending is that your belly stance. Good, keep on going. And done. And then we're gonna go to our rear delt flies. So hinge at the hips, nice bent knees, rear delt flies, 10 reps. Good. One more, done. And then we're gonna start back with our squat. This time I'm gonna do the modifications of the slightly easier variations. So we're gonna go chair squat, 10 reps, ready, go. When you sit on a chair, make sure you don't feel a plop. That means that your glutes are not staying tight. So remember that you might not be able to feel that you're squeezing your butt, but it will help control your squat. Your legs should feel more stable and knees more open. One more. Done. And then we're going to do our lateral raises. This time, modification is bent elbow, or you can keep it straight for the harder one. 10 reps. Keep on going. One more, done. And then we're gonna grab our slightly heavier dumbbells if you have them. If not, that's okay. Or you can hold one object front and center between your legs. And 15 reps, go. Remember, just Just a shorter range of motion for the modification. I'm going to do that one this round. Almost there, 5 left. Don't allow your back to arch. Keep your abdomen nice and tight and engaged. Done, and then we're gonna go into our rear delt flies, or for the modification, our rows. And I'm gonna do the modification this round, 10 reps, and go. And done, awesome. And then we're gonna start back with our squats. So 10 reps. Remember, feel free to add a weight if you would like. Pelvis is tucked. Think about pubic bone to your diaphragm, keeping that nice neutral spine, and go. 10 reps. Pull yourself down to the floor, squeeze your glutes coming up. Good, keep going. Two more, almost there. And done. And then we're going to go to our lateral raises. And go. 10 reps. Make sure you're just going shoulder height. If you go higher, you release the tension and it's easier and also not great for your shoulders. Done. And then we're going to go into our Romanian deadlift, or RDL. So I'm going to squeeze my upper back, get that upper back nice and tight, and I'm going to hold my dumbbells at a slight angle, just to allow myself to keep my upper back tight. If your upper back rounds, your mid back and low back will also round. Keep going. We're going to do 15 reps. Keep that spine neutral, core engaged. 5 more. Last one, and done. And then we're going to go to our rear delt flies, or the rows to modify, and go. Ten reps. And that's 10. Awesome. Grab a drink of water before we go into our next round of exercises. And we're going to do 4 exercises. I will give modifications for all of them as well. And do them with you on the second round. So, first round is going to be a side lunge. Several ways you can do that. My preferred way is to step out to the side, pivot the opposite foot. So if your right knee's bending, your left foot pivots. Just like that. Another variation would be to stand in a wide stance. You're going to have your left foot already prepared and pivoted, and just bend that knee. And then 2 other options, if these all hurt your knees, you can do a side step up onto an actual stair or a step if you have one, or you're welcome to do a curtsy lunge, just like this. Works a slightly different area, but that's pretty close. So we're going to start side lunge, and then we'll do push-ups. For modification, you can elevate your hands. I'll try to show that on the chair, but the chair is not super stable, so we'll see. You can also do it on a wall or with your knees bent. I'll probably show you the modification with knees bent. And then we're going to do a glute bridge, pull over, and a cross-body toe touch. And I'm going to show you those when we get to them, so as not to use up too much time. So we're going to go ahead and start with our side lunge, 10 reps each side. Ready, go. You're not going to get as low on these as regular lunges, and that's okay. They do get better over time. Try not to lean too far forward. Keep on going, almost there. Last one. Good, and then we're going to switch sides. Go. halfway. Keep on going. You're doing great. One more. Good. And then we're going to go to our push-ups. We're going to do 10 push-ups. And we're going to make sure that our elbows are slightly tucked. You don't want them straight out to the side. That's really hard on your shoulders. So 10 push-ups, go. Core is engaged. Done, and then you're going to stay on your mat and just go to your back. You're going to grab one of your heavier weights, and that will be about on your pelvis. So from here, you're going to reach your hips up, stretch your lats back, and then squeeze them down to your lap, and then down with your hips. And we're going to do 12 reps. Lats are the muscles underneath your shoulder blades. Good. We're actually just going to do 10 for the sake of time. Really squeeze your glutes. We're almost there. Keep going. A kettlebell or a ball works just fine for this as well. And last one. Good. And then we're going to stay there and do our crossbody toe touch. So opposite foot to hand. You may need to bend your knee if you have any tension in your low back. So modification would be here. Otherwise, we're going to go straight leg and go. Opposite hand and arm, just stay down. Make sure you're squeezing your obliques. We're going to do 10 each side. Switch, make sure to keep breathing through your diaphragm to try to keep that tension out of your neck, and go. And done, good. Then we get to start over with our side lunges. We're gonna go right into it. You're welcome to hold the weight if you would like to make these harder. Ready, and go. Almost there, 3 left. Keep your chest open. Done. And then we're gonna switch sides and go. Halfway there already, good. And done, and then we're gonna go to a push-up. I'm gonna show the modification on the knees. So for the knees, you wanna make sure that your butt isn't sticking way back here because you're not gonna get a good push-up. And your hands are gonna be just wider than your mat. Nice neutral pelvis. Think about tucking that pelvic bone to the diaphragm, and go 10 reps. Check your posture. And done. And then we're going to go to our glute bridge pullover. 10 reps. Right into it. And go. Hips up. Stretch back. Squeeze back. And down. Hips up. Stretch. Squeeze. Down. Good. Keep going. These are really fun with a sandbag if you happen to have a sandbag just lying around your house. Good, keep your core nice and engaged. Two more. good. And then from there, we're gonna do a cross body toe touch. Opposite hand to leg. I'm gonna do the modification with a slightly bent knee. And I'm also going to bend the knee of the leg that's not working. That helps keep some of that tension out of the low back by being able to keep your pelvis stuck more easily. And go. It's 10 each side. 9 and 10. Good. And we're going to switch sides. And go. Last one, done. Good. Now we're going to go right into our side lunges. One more round. Or your curtsy lunge or step up. Ready and go. 10 each side. Chest is open. You're not rounding your upper back. I think my count might be off. It's a real shocker, I know, every time. 2 more. And done. And then we're going to go to our opposite side. And go. Remember, you can add weight if these are too easy. 2 more. Done, and then we're gonna go to our push-ups. I'm gonna show you the elevated version. I think on a wall this time. You won't be able to see my hands super well because of my mat. Or you can do the full version for the hard one, or the knees if you don't have anything available. And then we're gonna go ahead and do 10 reps. Keep that spine nice and neutral. Almost there, keep going. And done. And then we're gonna go to our glute bridge, pull over. 10 reps. And go, hips up. Stretch back and down. Even though you're stretching back, keep your shoulder blades tucked together. Kind of have to position them on that mat. Good, really squeeze your glutes. Awesome. And 10. Fantastic. Okay, and then we're gonna do our crossbody toe touch for our very last exercise. 10 reps each side, opposite hand and foot, and go. Keep breathing through your diaphragm. That'll help keep your neck from tensing up. And last one on that side. Good, and switch. Ready, go. Nine, 10, awesome. And then we're just gonna go right into our cool down. So we're gonna flip over for a child's pose. Big toes together, knees mat width apart. Reach your hands forward, reach your hips back. Deep inhale and exhale. Good, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep going for a few more breaths. Really stretch your hands forward. Nice long exhale. We often cut our exhales short. One more big breath. Inhale and exhale. And then we're gonna go to tabletop. And then we're gonna take our right foot to our right hand. So you're gonna walk your hands forward first. And then right foot to right hand. If you need to assist yourself, you're just gonna grab that ankle, bring it forward, grab it gently, And then you're gonna let your right leg fall open slightly, and we're stretching the front of your left hip flexor. Nice deep breaths. You can go down to your elbow for more of a stretch if you're flexible enough. It's very easy to overstretch in this position, so make sure you're not pushing it too hard. There's no winning at stretching. I mean, I'm sure somewhere there is, but not today. And then we're gonna come back to our tabletop. Relax for a second. Walk your hands forward. Left foot to left hand. Lengthen out through that right side. Left leg falls open. Keep breathing through your diaphragm. Nice big breaths. We're gonna hold this for a little bit. If this hurts your wrist, go ahead and go to a fist. And if you're very inflexible, you can do this with a bench or a chair next to you, like this. You'll just be leaning on it on one side or in front of you to bring yourself up a little bit more. I've often done that with clients when we need to modify. Done, and then we're gonna go ahead and come out. Sit back just for a second in that child's pose. Good, and then we're gonna come up and go to the wall. And you're just gonna put your hand on the wall, relax your trap and shoulder, and turn away from your palm. We're gonna hold that, keep breathing. If you feel any numbness or tingling, come out of the stretch a little bit, rotate your body back towards your hand to ease that stretch. Good, come out of it slowly. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the other side. Palm against the wall, fingers are straight. Rotate away. Relax your trap. That's the muscle really close to your neck on your shoulder. I call them our stress muscles. Keep breathing. Good, and then you're gonna rotate back out to come out of it so that your hand isn't just sliding off the wall, so it's not an aggressive end to your stretch. Thank you for joining me. Happy morning, happy evening, whenever you're doing this. Have a good day.